Welcome to my very basic rigging tutorial. This is an introduction to joints mostly. I'm going to start off by making a cylinder. It's important that this cylinder has enough vertical subdivisions to actually support the bending that we want it to do. We're essentially bending a pipe with joints. Looks pretty good. I'm going to now switch to side view. I recommend always drawing joints in side view. Same with the CV curve tool. It's a very similar thing. You're only working in 2 dimensions at that point, right? You're going to switch to the animation menu because that's where the joint tools are located, and then just skeleton joint tool. I'm going to create 3 joints, 2 bones, along the up vector of the cylinder. Then all I have to do is select the mesh and 2 of those bones, the first 2, you can see in the outliner here. And then click on Skin, Bind Skin, Smooth Bind. What this does is this actually attaches the mesh to the joints. So now when I rotate one of the joints, you'll see the mesh is actually beginning to deform. It'll bend following the joints that it's attached to. So this is where we start to find out that bending isn't actually all that simple. There's a lot of different ways that an object can bend. See how it's stretching in this one side and caving in on itself on the other side? We can click on Skin, Edit Smooth Skin, Paint Skin Weights tool to actually paint in how this works. Make sure you switch to tool settings, otherwise this tool is useless. So we've got joint 1, joint 2 listed in the list here. We've got some painting tools, some soft and hard brushes like in Photoshop. And the idea here is that we're going to paint an influence map. For each joint selected, we're painting white to say this joint controls these vertexes. We're painting black to say it doesn't control it. Here I'm using the smooth tool, and I'm offering in shades of gray using the smooth tool, which as you can see is actually allowing it to bend more smoothly as opposed to just crunch. So now when I move this around more, you can see it's a lot more of an elegant deformation. Now here I'm just gonna move it around and do some things with the Paint Skin Weights tool just to help kind of show you how it actually controls. Feel free to mess around with this yourself, make some mistakes, break your weight map, just go nuts. You can see here I'm painting influence from the lower joint on the upper part of the mesh, which is actually starting to bring it back into just a straight cylinder since it'll be 100% influence on one joint. There's no bend anymore, right? I'm kind of unpainting the bend.